Today we'll be solving a dynamic programming easy question, although it is given medium in the lead code, but it's quite an easy question. The 55 number question, jump game. So let's read the question first and then we'll go through how we're going to solve this. You are given an index of array nums. You initially positioned at the array's first index, and each element in the array represent your maximum jump length at that position. Return true if you can reach the last index, or false otherwise. So let's just analyze this question first. Initially you are given an array nums. And in the nums, each element is the number of elements that you can jump. You are initially positioned at the first index, and the nums, the element of the nums array represent the maximum jump you can do. You can also, if you want, jump lesser than that. It's your choice how long you want to jump, and we have to return if we are able to come to the last index by jumping or not. So basically, by reading this question, I feel that only the situation in which you are not able to jump to the last position if there is some zero in between. Otherwise, I think you can be able to jump to the last position. Let's just see the examples. In the first, the input is 2, 3, 1, 1, 4. That means at the first position, the maximum jump you can do is 2. The second position, the maximum jump you can do is 3 positions, and then 1 jump, and 4. So basically, you can always jump to the last position. Like suppose the maximum jump from 2 would be to this position first, and then again I can jump one more, and again I can jump one more to come to the last position. So you can always do that. But in the second example, you can see there is 3, 2, 1, 0, 4. So here the output is false. Let's see how. From the first position, the maximum we can jump is 3 blocks. So from 3 to 2 to 1 to 0. So from 0 we can't jump anywhere. So we need to out jump this position. So we can't do that from the first. So we go to the second one. From here also we can jump 2 positions and we will land 2, 0 for the maximum. So we need to cross that. And so either we go here or at 1. From 1 also we can only jump to 1 position to 0. So maximum we can land is 2, 0, which is the second last, and from there we can't go anywhere, hence the output will be false. Let's see some constraints. The length would always be from 1 to 10 to the power 4. Nums length is the maximum number of element in the nums array is 10 to the power 4, and the maximum size of each element is 10 to the power 5. The related topics are array, dynamic programming, and greedy. So let's just see how we can think about it. So a basic overview of dynamic programming is we try to divide the question to smaller question, find the solution to the smaller part, and build from that. For example, if we take this question, suppose we have a very long array of numbers like this, and this is the ith position. So in dynamic programming, what we try to do, we try to find out what would be the answer of this ith. Suppose the question was only till this point. If we are able to find the solution of this I, then we are able to build from this. That's the basic thing. We try to divide the question into a smaller question. We try to find the answer of that question and then build from there. So let's see. Let's see in this question how we can do that. Let me remove this. Let's take an example. Let's take an example which will always be true. Suppose I have an array of 1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 2, 1, something like that. So suppose the question would include only 1. So we know that we can go till 1 because we're starting from the 1. So it's true here. Suppose the question was only this till 1, 2. So we know that we can go till 1. because that's the answer, and we know from 1 we can jump one more and we can go to this position, so we know that 2 is also possible. Now we know that we can go till 2, and we know from 2 we can jump 2 more positions, so therefore jumping to 3 is also possible. Similarly it can go. So basically what we can do is we just need to find out that whether we can go till that position or not. So let's just see how it works. For this question, what we can do, we can create a variable called max distance. So this would represent the max distance that we can cover until that point. So if we go like this, and we had 1 2 3 4 7 1, so we are at 1. So at 1 the max distance would be the position plus the value 1. So from here the maximum we can go is to the second position. So here the max distance would be 2. Now we are at 2. Now here the max distance would be 2, because that's second position, plus 2 because that's the most we can go. So the here max position would be 4. But there is one more catch to it. The max distance would not just be the sum of the position and the value in it, that would be max of original max distance that we calculated one step before, and position plus value. It would be like this. Let's just do one dry run of this. So I'll just create a max distance variable here. Initially what it is, oh sorry, I shouldn't have done that. Once again, so initially the position is first position. We usually in programming we start the first position with 0, so let's do that. So initially we are at 0th position and the value is 1, and initially let's suppose max distance initially was -1. Let's just start with that. So what will be the max distance? Max of -1 comma the position plus the distance it can go, 0 plus 1, therefore 1. Now the max distance is 1 at I is equals to 0. Now let's go to I is equal to 1. At this point max distance would be max of 1 comma position plus the value. First index plus the value is 2, so the value of max distance would be 3. Similarly, max distance at point 2, index 2 would be already the max distance and the position, which is 2 plus the distance 3. So the max of 3 and 5 is 5, and so on. Now suppose we are at an index I, and the max distance at that point is less than I. That means that we are not able to reach at I, because at that time the maximum distance that we could have reached from the previous index was less than that. So in those cases only we would return false, else we would return true. So let me just write a pseudocode here. Let me just write it in C++. So this is the main function. We'll create a variable. We already have nums, so let me just not create a main function, let me create that helper function. Bool calculate whatever it was there, and the input was vector int nums, right? So let me just write a pseudocode. What we will initially do, we will create that max variable integer. So int max distance and put it -1 initially. Now for int, no, let's put it 1 because initially we can go till 1. So int I is equals to 0, I less than nums dot size I plus plus. And what we will do is, if max distance is less than I, since it's my visual, let max distance be 0. If max distance is less than I, then return false because we are not able to reach at I. Return false. Else, what we will do is, max distance is max of the max distance, comma, position, which is I, plus nums of I. That's it. And once we are completed with the for loop and we never encountered this condition, that means we are able to reach at the last and therefore return true. So that is the simplest code, one of the easiest question of dynamic programming. I will also in the description add the link to the GitHub repo in which I have solved this question. You can, if you're not able to do it, you can copy paste it and try to dissect it or debug it or whatever. But yeah, that's the simplest way to solve this question. Thank you.